this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
And it slams tiny particles together at very, very close to the speed of light. And in some cases, they slam those particles into bigger, heavier atoms like gold nuclei or lead nuclei. But for a tiny amount of time, less than a trillionth of a second, they actually create conditions very, very close to what it was like a little bit after the Big Bang, when the temperature of the universe was measured in trillions of degrees. And that is so much energy that it creates particles. It creates mass just from the pure energy of that collision. And that's how we discover new particles. Have you ever wondered, why does a particle collider discover new particles? You get to bigger and bigger energy. You collide things faster and harder together. And the more energy you can build up, the more massive a thing you can make. So you can find more massive particles the higher energy you juice this collider up to. And now, of course, we want to actually design the next generation of colliders. Some of the things we're hoping to find are maybe things like a particle of dark matter. We now know the universe is made of this mysterious substance called dark matter, but we have no idea what particle is associated with it. It may be that that particle is massive enough we haven't been able to build it yet. One of the incredible things about these particle accelerators is that they use Einstein's equation backwards. They turn energy into mass. And once you get to a high enough energy, the universe can make anything it wants that has that amount of energy in its mass. So that's the way we have found more and more exotic particles, the Higgs boson, different sorts of quarks and building blocks of atoms, all by getting to these higher and higher energies. Okay, but here's the thing that really sort of keeps me up at night about the equation. Pure energy, like a photon, is very, very different from you and I. And one of the ways that it's very different is that it travels at the speed of light. A photon does not exist standing still ever in any part of the universe. A photon is always traveling at the speed of light. That's sort of the definition of its existence. And one of the amazing laws that Einstein found was that when you travel close to the speed of light, as you approach that speed, time, according to your measurements of it, your sense of time, slows down more and more. If you're going half the speed of light, your time slows down quite noticeably. If you're going at the speed of light, time ceases to exist. To a photon, to the light that's actually, the light that's bouncing off my face right now, the reason you can see me is the light interacting with me and coming to your eyes. That light does not experience time, and it did not experience the distance between the camera and my face. To a beam of light, the universe is a single point of space and time. It's almost as if to a beam of light, the universe never expanded. All points of space and time collapse into one thing. And yet here we are as matter interacting with light. We have time, we have space, we are moving through time and space. I am made of pure energy, and in a way I'm made of things that don't experience space and time, in a very basic sense. And then something happens, and all of a sudden there is gravity, there is time, there is matter, there is mass. What actually is that transition? What makes something massless, timeless? No idea that there's a separation in space between objects. That blows my mind. How am I simultaneously energy and matter at the same time? And I think that once we really understand this, we're going to be in for some very difficult truths to accept. It may be that there is no space or time as we know it, really. Everything that we know of as space and time is some kind of a projection, some kind of a way of viewing this single thing, this singularity that is the universe. If that's true, all points of space and time exist at once. What about my past and my future are all there according to a beam of light? If we really understand this, we may actually be sort of knocking at the door of what reality is. And right now, I have to say, we have no idea what the nature of reality itself is. Maybe this will help us get a clue.
Get smarter faster with new videos daily at 5 a.m. Eastern.
You could have nuclear Armageddon on a global scale. There is so much mass in here that if you were to convert me into pure energy, I could build the planet.